from Timmins, James Bay.
Mr. Speaker, as a long-serving member of this legislature, I've been looking forward to giving this speech since 1993, I must say. First of all, let's say what this really is. This is an ability to this legislature to try to give drivers in this province a break. They have seen their auto insurance rates go up over the last number of years, at the same time that insurance companies, because of largesse in gifts from the Liberal government, have allowed those companies to increase their profit, which is okay. But the promise was at the time when the Minister of Finance said he would give them all these tools in order to be able to increase their profits, that those profits would be shared by way of rate decreases to the drivers of this province. And by and large, that hasn't happened. So we're here and we're calling on the government and this House to, within 12 months, give us a 15% decrease in automobile insurance. And I just want to say up front, I support my colleague's motion wholeheartedly, but I have only got 5 minutes. So I want to take this time to say a couple of things. First of all, I was rather interested listening to some of the comments from the Conservative caucus saying that the Conservatives are accusing New Democrats of having a shockingly lack of detail as to what we're doing. This from the party that can only vote no. The only thing they know is to say the word no. They don't have any detail on anything. The only word they have is no, N-O. And they're trying to tell me that we have a lack of detail? I understand one thing from Tories, and that's the word no. Because the only thing I've heard from Conservatives and Tim Hudak since getting here since the last election is the word no! My God, what culotte these people have. And then I hear wonderful speeches from the front bench of the Tory caucus say, oh, this is like, the Tory says this is like trying to milk a bull. Only Conservatives would be silly enough to milk a bull. I got to tell you, it is not a warm and fuzzy feeling. You got to go to the cow to get the milk, not the bull.
Well, thank you for that wonderful outburst. And I'll remind the member from Oxford that we don't cross-talk. We go through moi. So I thank you for all that excitement from the member from Timmins, James Bay. Further debate. You're not done? Oh, you sat down. The member from Timmins, James Bay sat down before I got up, so I thought he was done. Well, here's how it goes. Keep an eye on me, what I'm doing. Continue.
Problem. Thank you very much for that, Mr. Speaker. So again, I say to my colleagues in the Conservative Party, beware of milking bulls. You may get in a lot of trouble. I then say to my friends on the Liberal side of the House the following. The one thing that I've learned from watching Liberals over these last 9 years, it's all about the political self-interest of the Liberal Party. They are so interested in making sure that they're able to survive as Liberals and do what's good for their friends, that they're not very good at doing what's right for the people of this province. What is this debate all about? They have given a large share of ability, I should say, to the insurance companies to be able to increase their profits, and rightfully so. Nobody's opposed to a company making money, least of all me or the New Democrats. But we believe that there's a social responsibility in passing on some of those profits. But let's review what the Liberals have done over the last number of years. The first thing they did is they gave $1 billion to their consultant friends on the e-health scandal. So they thought it was perfectly okay to be able to give an opportunity to their friends within the consultant field to bill e-health exorbitant amounts of money, to the point that with the first debacle we had was $1 billion on e-health. Then they said, oh no, don't worry, we'll never do that again. We got caught. We know we cost people $1 billion. We can't give people the savings on their auto insurance, but we'll never do it again. Then what do? Along comes Orange. They create Orange, they end up taking apart a perfectly good air ambulance system in this province, and they create another scandal that cost how much? Another $1 billion. So $2 billion now for Liberals to help their friends. Then they go back and they say to the auto insurance companies, we're going to do things to reduce your liability to drivers when they become in an accident, and we're going to let you be able to become more profit. They give almost $2 billion to the insurance company. Then you get to the gas plants. My God, To save one seat, they did $600 million. A total of $1.3 billion given out to save some seats. Why? Because it was to the Liberal political self-interest. Another $1.3 billion. And where are we at? Not one savings on to the people of this province. And yes, we as New Democrats stand in this House proud, and we say we will do what's right for the people of this province, because, my friends, when you come to this place, it's not about Liberal political self-interest, it's about the interests of the people of this province, and we think it's wrong to waste billions of dollars on e-health, billions of dollars on Orange, billions of dollars on gas plants, about to give $1.3 billion to a large corporation on tax cuts they don't need, and you can't give 15% to the drivers of this province? I say to you, shame. Andrea Horwath and New Democrats will stand proud with the people of this province, and always remember, we are sent here by the people of this province to do what is right, and yes, we believe 15% is fair, and it has to happen now within the next 12 months, and I urge this government to do that.